I've spent about a year and a half now researching applications that support highly trained or highly specialized users in carrying out domain-specific work. Both the design and research methodologies that UX practitioners use to create these apps, and how end users use them. During my research, I needed a way to break down the sources of complexity that make complex apps and complex work, well, complex. So I developed a framework of 5 sources of complexity as a tool for identifying and discussing the complexity that we as complex apps practitioners and our end users face. First, integrative complexity refers to the complexity of the underlying technology of an app. Things like the interconnection of multiple back-end systems or databases. This type of complexity often results from integrating multiple disparate legacy architectures and platforms, which constrains our ability to design ideal experiences and results in users experiencing lags and inconsistencies as back-end pieces are stitched together. Information complexity refers to the data volume inherent in many complex apps and the interaction behaviors, things like exploring and filtering, that are required to navigate those data sets. In addition, specialized users often perform complex data modeling, and when analysis results are unexpected, even experts have a hard time easily pinpointing sources of errors. Intention complexity refers to the complexity associated with supporting the unstructured goals and broad tasks of complex app users. There's not always a known, ideal set of subtasks that users follow that can be easily designed for and measured. In fact, practitioners may not even fully understand the range of workflows their application needs to support, making it extremely challenging to understand and design realistic usage scenarios. Environmental complexity is about the physical surroundings of complex app users. The competing environmental elements, interruptions, and distractions complex app users face are almost impossible for UX practitioners or any other domain outsider to comprehend without on-site observation. This makes field studies, such as contextual inquiry, absolutely critical in the complex app design process. Finally, institutional complexity refers to the cultural or microsocietal structures in an organization, like attitudes or institutionalized ways of doing things that can create hurdles. For example, complex app practitioners sometimes feel trapped into using not-so-great design methods because they feel they can't fight for change in their organization. Likewise, practitioners who are not domain experts often find themselves fighting for credibility among teams that have domain experts or consultants on staff. If you work on complex applications, use this framework to manage and break down sources of complexity relevant to your work. You could incorporate it as part of a domain modeling exercise, as a field study observation tool, or simply as a method for discussing the complex nature of your work with colleagues.